Welcome to Unit 1.1 and possibly your very first Blender session, and this will be navigating the 3D view. So I'm just going to click to get rid of the splash screen, and there's our default view in Blender. Now, the first thing to know is that if you're coming from a Maya background and have not used Blender before, Maya camera navigation pivots around the Alt key. Blender camera navigation pivots around the use of the middle mouse key. So if I depress the middle mouse key and start to move the mouse, that is my first function, I will start to tumble. Then, if I hold down Shift and the middle mouse key, that is track, otherwise known as pan. If I hold down Control and the middle mouse key, that is dolly, in and out. There's a couple of different ways to accomplish that function also. You can just scroll with the scroll wheel to dolly in and out. You can also do it on the numeric keypad with the plus and minus keys as well. If you want to look at a specific region of the screen, you can also hit Shift B and draw a marquee box around the area that you want to see. This is not entirely accurate, but it's a good starting point to get to the region that you want to get to in 3D space. So once again, Shift B, get a little tighter on the corner, and there we go. In terms of working with objects that are selected and wanting to frame them in Maya, that's the F key. So the object that is currently selected right now is the cube. If I want to frame that, I hit the decimal key on the numeric keypad. So I'm just going to zoom out and grab something else. Selection in Blender is with the right mouse key. We'll go over selection in more detail in another module. But then numeric keypad, and I zoom in to that. Okay, here I'm going to use a slightly modified version of the Blender default scene with two extra objects in it, two spheres of different colors, to show a couple of other window views that Blender makes available to you. If you hit the 7 key, that will take you to a top view. Now, notice that's not a true top orthographic view. It has flipped to the top. If I hit the 5 key, that makes it a true ortho. So then I can hit 1 to go to a front view, 3 to go to a right view, and if I use the control modifier on any of those keys, so control 7 will go to the bottom, top, bottom. 1 is front, control 1 is back, 3 is right, control 3 is left. Now, another neat little trick also is that you can use the 8 and 2 keys to rotate vertically around any scene that you're in Blender. And by the same token, you can also use the 4 and 6 keys to rotate around your scene horizontally as well with the default camera. So then I'm going to hit 5 to go back to a perspective view and hit Shift C to do a frame all. Hitting the home key also has the same function of doing a frame all of whatever you happen to have in the scene. And that is a run through of basic camera and view navigation in the Blender default view.